Hi, I'm Val from Gadget Guy. Now there's a new home cleaning tech that's going to make your life a lot easier, and best of all, it means you don't have to use these anymore. This is a wet dry vac, and Roborock has just released their new F25 Ace. It's packed with technology, but I'm going to explain to you what a wet dry vac is, why you'd want one, and I'm going to take one around the studio and give it a good clean and let you know what I think.
Who is?
Well, you're cleaning. But what I absolutely love about this is that it does two jobs at the same time because it is both a mop and a vacuum. So that means that you don't have to go and sweep the floor first or vacuum the floor before you go and mop it. It will do it all in one pass because it has inside it a very powerful vacuum cleaner as well as a mopping system. So the big benefit here is that you're getting more done in less time and with less effort, meaning that you have more time to do the things you want to do. So the F25 Ace is filled with innovations because it really needs to be designed well to make the job easy for you. Let me show you. At the heart of the wet dry cleaning system is powerful vacuum suction as well as this roller brush here. In terms of suction, this has 20,000 PAs of suction. That is very, very powerful. And it's loads for pretty much tackling any mess that you'd see in the kitchen. Could be cereal or coffee beans or God knows what. Also, now with the rolling mop, this will spin at 450 revolutions per minute. So it spins very rapidly and it really scrubs your floor. Plus there's pressure being pushed down on it from this water tank here. So the clean water tank sits here, which is nice and low, and then you have the dirty water tank up here. So after you've done some cleaning, you can empty out the dirty water tank, including the debris that's inside there. And clean water will always be spread onto the mop while you're cleaning, so it doesn't spread dirty mop water around your floor. So what about hairs, you might ask? Because who wants to untangle long hairs that might get wrapped around a spinning roller? Well, good thing is that this has a jaw scraper's roller. So what this is it is a shark tooth shaped scraper that sits alongside the roller, and it will scrape off hair so it doesn't get tangled. Plus there's another scraper too that really just squeezes off the debris and dirt that gets picked up by the mop roller so it can be sucked up and put into this reservoir here. And the F25 Ace is smart too, so it has something called a Dirt Detect smart sensor, which uses ultraviolet light to analyze just how dirty the mop water is going into the system. And the reason why you'd want that is because it can adjust its cleaning settings for the type of mess that you're cleaning. So in certain areas where it's not that dirty, it won't use as much water or as much suction power, or it can amp up those settings in an area where, say, you spilled a bowl of cereal to make sure that that area gets thoroughly cleaned. Mopping can be pretty backbreaking work, but this has a really, really important feature. So it's called SlideTech 2.0, and it's a number of things, starting with a 70-degree swivel here at the base. And that means that just by turning your wrist, the mop head can move left or right to help you get into corners and clean areas. Plus, the clean water tank is right here, designed at the base of the unit, meaning that the center of gravity is lower, so you don't have weight up higher that you need to worry about. But what really makes this weightless and almost effortless to use is motor-driven wheels. Now, there's a special algorithm that responds in milliseconds to your movements, and it will assist you both in and out, pushing and pulling, which really just makes this effortless. You don't have to have a lot of muscle to move it around, and it's kind of like power steering for your mop. What's really clever is that this can actually operate like a stick vacuum because with FlatReach 2.0, it can actually flatten down to 0 degrees, meaning you can get right under things. Plus the cleaning head is just 12.5 centimeters high. And when you are in that flat position, it doesn't affect the suction at all. It's just as powerful like that as it is standing up like this. So this is the self-washing and self-drying dock. Now, what I love about this is that the last thing you want to do after using the F25 Ace to clean your home is to then spend loads of time actually cleaning the mop. Good thing is you don't have to. You just place it in here and it'll use 90-degree hot water and 90-degree hot air to clean and dry the mop. Now this will kill 99.9% of bacteria so it doesn't smell, and there's actually a special drying mode that will do a 5-minute dry, or you can have a quiet drying mode so you're not going to disturb your pets or your baby or somebody who's sleeping nearby. And this dock is smart too, because what it does is it uses the Dirt Detect module in the F25 Ace to automatically know how dirty your mop's going to be before you even put it in here, and then it can figure out just how much time it needs to spend cleaning it. How cool is that? A good safety feature is that this is a totally enclosed cleaning system, meaning that there's no exposed heating elements because you wouldn't want someone to touch that and burn themselves. This dock is also a charger, so it'll recharge the F25 Ace, so it's ready for the next cleaning run. Included in the box, you get the vacuum body, you get the maintenance brush, cleaning solution, filter, power cable, drying and charging dock, and a user's manual. It didn't take long to learn how to use the F25 Ace. There's some buttons up here for the different modes and turning it off and on. There's a visual display here that you can see while you're using it, which shows you things like the battery level, the cleaning mode, as well as how dirty that floor area is that you're cleaning. You can also hear what it's doing. It'll actually say some of the things or the modes that it's in, and you can use the app too. And this is really handy also to see what it's doing, how long, say, a drying cycle might take. You can also check the maintenance levels and access the online user's manual. I've had the F25 Ace for a few days now, and I've spent some time cleaning all kinds of different areas around the studio. So here's what I think. I really like the motor-driven wheel system. It takes almost no effort to push and pull this around, and it weighs about 6.2 kilograms. Also, the way that they have the water tanks lowered down just means that I have less weight in the upper area, so it's just easy to maneuver around, and it also has that 70-degree moving head. So getting around is easy. Plus, if you lie it flat, like when I have to clean underneath something, there's just no limit to how flat this actually will go. In terms of noise, this actually is surprisingly quiet. It probably makes less noise than my traditional stick vacuum. Plus, with the battery, this is actually quite a big battery. It's 4,000 milliamp hours. That will give you about an hour's worth of cleaning around the house if you're using the eco mode, and that will cover about 410 square meters overall. Then when you're done, you can just simply put it back onto the cleaning dock and it will recharge. And you can see what the battery levels are both on this indicator, which is really bright and easy to see. I think this is in a great position. Or of course you can check the app as well, and it'll tell you when it's getting close to the battery running low. I really love the auto detergent dispenser because that just means that I don't have to worry about adding, say, detergent into mop water or anything like that. It does it automatically. Now, the good thing is that you do actually get a bottle of this in the box, so you don't have to worry about going out and getting one. And it'll actually last about 30 days before you need to refill it again. And I think that the bottle will probably give you 2 refills. Something I should mention for moms and dads, now you have the peace of mind that this is certified for infant and maternal floor cleaning because I guess some other vacuums can leave a residue on the floor that's not that healthy, but you don't have to worry about that with the F25 Ace. When it comes to cleaning, the suction is actually quite powerful, and I was surprised at how much debris and waste this could actually tackle. Plus, when you're done, it actually separates the liquid from the solid, so when you pull out the dirty water tank, it actually separates those two, and then you can just pop them in the bin. I really like the edge cleaning capabilities here too, and even along the front. Because there's no sort of protrusions around the brushes, you can just get right up alongside those skirting boards and into corners too. And in terms of anti-tangling technology, I haven't had any problems with hairs wrapping around the brush, so that system is working really well too, which is great when it comes to maintenance. So all up, I think this does a really fantastic job cleaning. You don't have to vacuum first and then mop. Plus, it really does feel like it's scrubbing quite hard with that brush spinning at 450 times a minute. And I love that I don't have to get my hands dirty at all with the self-cleaning and the anti-tangle technology. And you might even get the kids to help out with that motor-driven wheels because it is a bit of fun to use. Okay, well, that was surprisingly easy. I have to say that the Roborock F25 Ace has made my floors here in the studio sparkle right up to the edges. Now I'm just gonna put it on the self-cleaning dock and it will take care of itself. So you can pick one up for $9.99. Also, there's a F25, that's not the Ace version, which doesn't have the motorized wheels or the auto detergent dispensing system, so you can save a bit on that version as well. But otherwise, this is a fantastic solution. I really think it's just gonna revolutionize floor cleaning, especially for those homes with lots and lots of hard surfaces. Could be tiles, concrete, linoleum, floorboards, what have you. So at the end of the day, this is just another great way of making cleaning much easier. Thank you, Roborock, and now I can just enjoy all that extra time. So what do you think about wet dry vacs? Is this something that you'd like to have in your home? Leave me a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.